Hello Seekers, welcome to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi and I'll be your guide for today in this very special Lion's Gate portal, or Ishtar Inanna's Gate as it is known in some places, that usually opens up once a year on the 8th of the 8th, basically the 8th of August. I also found out recently that the 8th of August is International Cat Day. That's why the wacky banner, I wanted to honor cats. I am surrounded here by 3 goddesses that are usually associated with the opening of this energy portal. These are goddesses that I wanted to have by my side as I'm going to read the cards for you today. But they can also be goddesses that you can add to your ritual, include on your altar, pray to around this period of time as you set your heartfelt affirmations. Each year on the 8th of the 8th, our heart space gets a reset. We are during Leo season. As you guys know, Leo is the big cat of the zodiac. It is ruling over our heart energy, the heart in general, and it is ruled by the sun. So any sun worshipping deities or basically goddesses and gods associated with the sun can be higher order spiritual beings that you can pray to for a positive outcome in the coming year. So in this pickacard reading today, I thought of giving you 2 options, and because it's the season of the heart, I thought of giving you a choice between 2 hearts. I have here for group 1 a Rhodonite heart, and for group 2 a Mookaite heart. I think this is also called Australian jasper. And I wanted to tell you a little bit about the queen goddess of this energy, and this is the cat goddess bust, worshipped in Egyptian mythology. She is usually associated with festivals, pleasures of life, entrance to temples. And do you guys know that in ancient Egypt, if you killed a cat, you were sentenced to life? So basically, the murder of a cat was punishable by death. They were so important to ancient Egyptians, and I think that they were very clever and wise people. Also, you would find it someplace else that the Lion's Gate portal is associated with the ancient Babylonian Sumerian goddess Inanna, also known as Ishtar. She's a primordial goddess and she's usually associated with independence. Unfortunately, I had to censor her beauty over here due to YouTube regulations, but I guess you can imagine the entire picture. So we have these gorgeous energies around us, and if you want to travel the path between light and dark, if you are doing shadow work, you may want to call upon the goddess Sekhmet. She is associated with rage and war, but she's also a solar deity with the head of a cat or a cheetah, if I'm not mistaken. So we see here Sekhmet, the goddess that you have to be careful when you summon her because she can unleash a lot of rage, fury, and conflict in your life. At the moment, I just want to tell you a little bit about Bast because you may be new to this whole practice. You are struggling to understand whom to worship, what to do exactly on the day of the Lion's Gate portal. So Goddess Bast is the great feline goddess, celebrated for thousands of years throughout ancient Egypt. She holds power over fertility, sexuality, music, and healing. She was originally depicted as a lioness, along with the warrior goddess Sekhmet, whom we saw recently, but was eventually distinguished as her own specific deity in the form of a cat. Due to this separation, Bast is now considered the gentler of the 2 aspects. An annual festival is held in the city of Bubastis, meaning the house of Bastet, in honor of the goddess, where women shout and dance together along the Nile River in a celebration of female sexuality and freedom. Okay, so Bast is here to ask the question, can you remember the last time you followed your heart and you did something spontaneous and fun just for the thrill of it? Maybe this is something you need to correct around this portal's energy, the Lion's Gate energy. Maybe instead of overthinking your love for someone, you can just go ahead and wear your heart on your sleeve and break down the walls and the defenses separating you from achieving your heart's desires. This is a noble goal. It requires a lot of courage, and I am opening up this space here for beautiful messages for you guys in celebration of this wonderful, heartfelt, sun-warming energy. So the pick a card reading that I had in mind, under the energy of the goddess Bast, under the guidance of goddess Inanna and Sekhmet, I wanted to see what is lying ahead in the year ahead from the 8th of August 2025 until the 8th of August 2026, the next time when we will experience this energy. Just preemptively, I wanted to give you some forecast of the future. So you have a choice between the Rhodonite heart and the Mookaite heart. And after you have made your choice, I'm going to read you your cards, and the cards will reveal how the year ahead is going to play out for you. I hope this is clear enough. Mercury is still retrograde, and it is retrograde in the sign of Leo. So I'm sure that if you don't understand what I say in words logically, you can feel it with your heart that the messages are pure, positive, and empowering. These are the intentions with which I create all of my work here on the Spiritual Social. So I hope that you take it in stride. And as I was speaking, I hope that you were able to focus a little bit on these crystals. I'm going to hold them close to the camera so you can focus on them. Rhodonite for group 1 and Mookaite for group 2. Okay? If you have made your choice, then I kindly ask you to subscribe to my channel. There are lots more readings coming your way. I have actually prepared them and organized them this month so that there won't be such big gaps in my upload schedule. Also, feel free to like this video if you enjoy it. If you want to celebrate Lionsgate Portal, if you have a pet cat, if you enjoy cats in general, or lions, or cheetahs, pumas, panthers, just comment below with emojis, okay? Spam me with cat-related, lion-related emojis, flowers as well, hearts as well, suns as well. So all sorts of tiny images that remind us of this beautiful energy. Let's really amp up the space in the comment section with a lot of positive intent and light so that we can manifest some of the messages you will hear today. Okay, are you ready for your yearly Lionsgate Portal Cat Power forecast? Then if you are, let's jump straight to your pile. See you there! Hey group 1, welcome to your Lionsgate Cat Power Portal message, the forecast for the year ahead. So what energies can you expect from this year's Lionsgate Portal all the way up until next year's Lionsgate Portal? Let's explore. In this reading, these messages will pertain to those of you who were really drawn to the Rhodonite heart, a crystal that really helps you with your blood-related circulation. It helps you to open up your heart. It helps you to forgive situations and people that may be seemingly lost causes. It's a really wonderful stone to carry around if you suffer from, if you have previously suffered from abuse or violence, because it helps you relax in situations of tension. Okay? All this being said, let's begin first with the tarot. So, what can you expect? We have here the 9 of Cups reversed. We have here the Page of Pentacles reversed. We have the 7 of Wands, the crocodile. Oh, beautiful. We also have here the Ace of Shells, the turtle. Happiness and abundance. Wow, okay. I also see here the raccoon. Oh, Page of Feathers. Exploration and discovery. I see the Ace of Acorns, the Ram, Aries energy, creative force and confidence. Ooh, beautiful. Your oracle card is the raccoon again, the raccoon and sycamore, curiosity. It seems to be like you will have a very intense year of raccooning. Now the overall cat power energy message is the following. 8 of Swords. Okay. And I have here 2 messages that I'm going to give you. One from Goddess Isis, the goddess of sexuality, beauty, and a message of light. I will leave these until the end of your reading, okay? So, let's explore first your tarot and oracle cards. 100% in the next year, you will be given opportunities to do some form of creative work. Whether it is to write a play, to create your own YouTube channel and start uploading content, to paint, to sculpt, to write a book. to come up with a program, to create a curriculum for courses that you may need to teach. Whether it is to work with children in kindergartner projects, or maybe with people in hospital situations. You could be taking an art therapy course, or just an art course. You may be doing some sort of, I'm also hearing online pro bono support work. I'm hearing that your heart is opening up to a certain generosity of spirit that will help you give back to the community in which you live. You're going to be doing something that will be emotionally incredibly valuable. It may not bring you necessarily a lot of money, but you're not going to feel the problem of the money, because you'll be so energized and nourished by the work that you're doing that you will feel like you are exactly where you need to be, doing exactly what you need to do. And money is just a side thing. I feel like you're not going to be focused on luxuries. Money will come to you. You will have enough to decently survive. It may not be a year to splurge on all sorts of things and frivolities. It will be a year that will require you to be brutally honest with the things that you want. You will need to really change the way you think about life and people. You are going to do some snooping around, some detective work, and you're going to find out some information which initially may shock you, but then you will use it in your healing process as food for inspiration. I feel like you're going to study a lot, you're going to read a lot, you're going to really spend time researching, and you're going to enjoy it. This is a year in which you are going to settle new foundations for your heart and for your money. You are going to bite the bullet and start working towards doing something that you love. You are tired of working for other people. You are tired of being undervalued, and you're just tired in general. I feel like you wake up in the morning and you're just not energized to go to work anymore. You dread the commute. You dread the benefits that are very few for the amount of work that you have to do. And you don't like being undervalued, overlooked, and constantly compared to other people that are just not in a higher vibration, while you are doing the work but you're not seeing any results. So you're going to take a brave leap of faith, and you're going to press the reset button on how you feel and how you gain. Happiness and abundance, exploration and discovery, confidence, and using all of the challenges that you will encounter. You're going to be using them as creative fodder. I definitely feel that in the next year, you are going to understand the ways of spiritual composting. Let me explain. Whatever challenges, whatever setbacks are coming your way, and you feel like it's wasted potential, wasted energy, you're going to take this waste, and like a spiritual gardener, you're going to put it in a compost bin, and you're going to allow it to transform into fertilizer. You are going to transform negative things, wasteful situations, ugly people, situations in which you feel you have been lied to or taken advantage of. You're going to take that nasty energy and you're going to compost it into growth, fertilizer for a better day. All of the challenges that you've been through are pushing you in the direction of your success through a spiritualizing of your life. You wouldn't be able to achieve the success that is meant for you if you first wouldn't have been in a situation of being deceived and maybe cheated and maybe lied to. This will not be a good year to invest in all sorts of weird businesses. It will not be a good year to spend time learning about money. I feel like this is more a year in which you will benefit by focusing more on intangibly valuable things, such as your energy, your time, the company of other people, spending time building relationships, because the right person can put you in contact with the right opportunity, or they can give you the right kind of help and support should you need it. So this is not about striking out business-wise on your own, or collaborating with other people or investing in other people's businesses. This is about learning first from what pleases you, following your inner heart and your inspiration, transforming a pleasure, a hobby into your own lucrative opportunity, your own stream of income, but under the guidance of other people. So you need to work with other people to understand how can you make a passion project of yours a source of steady income in your life. I hope this makes sense. So don't invest your hard-earned money into other people's businesses. Try not to buy shares, try not to bet on the market, try not to invest in Bitcoin. These opportunities will fail you. Page of Pentacles blocked. But definitely keep the course, stay determined, Seven of Wands, and follow whatever makes you curious, whatever interests you. If you feel like you need to spend 7 hours going down a really deep rabbit hole, doing research on something that really is important to you, do that without restraints. Don't try to pressure yourself to thinking to, don't try to pressure yourself full stop. You're not supposed to be doing anything else but what your intuition requires you to do. Follow what excites you. Follow what interests you. Follow what makes your heart beat faster, even if it seems impossible. Okay? Because you will see that impossible is going to gradually become possible by you gathering the right information, by you applying yourself and staying determined, and by you asking people from the area of your interest, how do they make it out on their own? How was this possible? How did they turn a dream into a reality? It's going to be a year of free-flowing resources. Resources will come to you when you need them, as long as you think about what you need and wait. It will come to you from another person. Rather than going out and buying something that you need, wait for a couple of hours, a couple of days, and that thing will come to you. I'm not talking here about buying groceries or paying your bills. This is about you're thinking, oh, I need a new camera. And if I have a new camera, I can start shooting high quality YouTube videos and maybe uploading really good content, which will hopefully transform into a stream of income for me. Or I need canvas and paintbrushes. I want to paint because there is this art exhibit 6 months from now, and I want to do my best to really create a series of paintings. But I don't know if I should invest in a canvas and paintbrushes now. Wait, don't buy it. Wait a couple of weeks. It will come to you through the help of somebody else. Maybe a relative will clean their attic and they'll say, oh my God, I had this camera lying around. Maybe a person that sees your work is going to randomly get in touch with you and say, look, I would like to give you some paintbrushes and an easel that, they're brand new. I would like to support your business. So keep this magical thinking in mind because it will manifest wonderful outcomes for you. I see that you really need to raccoon your way through the next year. Be scrappy. Make use of everything you have. Don't waste anything and allow other people to help you with resources. You don't have to buy everything yourself. You don't have to jump straight into action. Being a little bit cautious, being prepared, being organized is going to work in your benefit. Yeah? Slow and steady wins the race. Also, I promised you 2 messages at the end of your reading. Oh my goodness, and you got the Knot of Isis, energetic stabilization with the buckle of the beloved. And we also have here the Sun. This is going to be a year in which your talent is really going to grow. More eyes will fall upon you and you're going to start to feel like you are really doing what you're supposed to be doing in this lifetime. Because for the first time in a very long period of time, you will finally have the courage to listen to your heart and do what you love. Even if there will be some temporary financial restrictions and limitation to the resources and the good life that you're supposed to be living. So, let's see, what does the Knot of Isis message have for you? Each initiate has their own unique spiritual blueprint with particular skills, talents, and higher destinies unfolding that use their unique attributes. Part of your spiritual blueprint is a special relationship to the energies of the goddess. This means that not only do you have the important spiritual task of helping her thrive in this world, but you are afforded her power, protection, and abundance too. You are now deepening your connection to the goddess. Okay. So this is almost like a commitment. Isis is going to help you. She will have your back. as long as you also commit to your craft, to your talent. Don't take shortcuts. Don't try to go back to the comfy world of getting a low-paid, tiresome job or a corporate job that eats your soul. Do the hard work and live within this space of in-between creative sparks, because you are really going to benefit from it. If you apply yourself, you stand a good chance by next year to live the life of your dream, at least professionally. And the Sun is here to give you the following powerful message. You have what it takes, Group 1. You are a light bearer. Within you is a healing power and spiritual wisdom you can tap into to find your way through any confusion or doubt. Have confidence in yourself and know that you are enough. Expect an affirming yes from the universe. So tap into the energy of your natal zodiacal sun sign. Use the power of the best traits of your sun sign to see you through this period of uncertainty. Hold the uncertainty and use it creatively for your benefit, and you stand a good chance of having phenomenal success. Goddess Isis has your back, as long as you also have hers, and pray to her and ask for help to her so that she can guide your path with inspiration. I wish you the best. Have a wonderful Lionsgate portal Inanna Ishtar's Cat Power 8th of the 8th celebration, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, Group 1. Hey, Group 2. Hello, my beautiful Mookaite crew. Welcome to your Lionsgate portal reading. Let's find out what messages, what cat power messages are there for you for the year ahead. So what will take place at this year's Lionsgate portal is the energy that you can ride the wave of all the way up until the 8th of August 2026. And Mookaite, you've chosen the stone quite well. It's a safety-inducing stone. It's grounding. It keeps you with your feet on the ground. It is very, I would say it's very soft, it's very smooth. It makes me think of cups of cocoa, sweaters, knitting, these kind of things, you know, that kind of make you feel that there's an order to the day, that there is a quiet tranquility, a divine geometry that you can rely upon. So, all this being said, let's see what messages are here for you at this point in time. We have here the King of Swords, the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Acorns, action and drive. The Hanged Man, patience and perspective, Neptunian energy. We also have the Three of Acorns, foresight and exploration. Your oracle card is the Owl and Hop, wisdom. You may be drinking more beer in the coming year, maybe pale ale. We also have here your guiding cat power card is the King of Pentacles. Okay, so you will receive a lot of support from men in the coming year. This is right off the bat. But before I jump into the interpretation, I just need to tell you that I have a special message from Goddess Isis and a message of light to guide you through. And I will be leaving these for the end of your reading. Okay, so what is coming up? I have to say that your energy is slightly better than Group 1's, I have to say. Although there is no such thing as good and bad, I see that you will not be so challenged in the coming year. You will not need to show so much determination. I see that it will be a relatively easygoing year for you as long as you don't freak out and have knee-jerk reactions to all sorts of events that will happen around you. I feel that you may need to sacrifice something. And when I say sacrifice, I'm also thinking in terms of maybe changing a belief, changing a mindset. Some of you could have a religious moment, a moment of religious awakening or upheaval. You're going to realize something really profound. I also see that with the Knight of Acorns, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Swords, especially earth sign men of the same age and slightly older than you, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, are going to be surrounding you. This could be in the shape of relatives, if you know any relatives that have earth sign placement, or it could even be a lover, a choice of lovers, opportunities in love. I see that your guiding energy is going to be you sitting on a throne surrounded by all these flowers with a gift, the pentacle on top of the head. You will be seen as valuable, worthy. People will want to come towards you. You may go through a glow up or certain energetic shifts that are going to be able to magnetize more people towards you. There will be a frustrated energy surrounding your capacity to take action. You may be feeling like you can't walk as much as you used to, work out as intensely as you used to. You may be feeling like you can't travel everywhere you used to go, or even go out as much as you used to. There will be some sort of impediments related to your capacity to move around as freely as you want to. But at the same time, I feel like you will be supported by especially men in your life to be given the resources that you need to live really well. I see that there will be prosperity, not exceeding prosperity. You're not going to win the lottery or strike gold in the coming year, but you will have enough money to survive and live well. There will be, I'm also getting that your psychic capacities will enhance, and you may even have dreams that predict certain events that will happen in your life. This is a wonderful year as well for emotional exploration. It's a wonderful year to get married and have a child. It's also a wonderful year to begin therapy. If there are any emotional or sexual, artistic, creative hang-ups, any blocks, well, you can clearly, with the help of a very patient counselor, explore them in the coming year. I definitely feel that you will become softer, more inclined to forgive the people around you. You will want to collaborate more with people and trade and exchange resources. But at the same time, there will be this frustration that you will not be able to move around as much as you used to. It could be that you really enjoy driving around with a car, but now there could be some sort of limits to your capacity to use the car. Maybe the price of gas has gone up and you can't afford it anymore, or you wanted to take local transportation, but there are road works planned in the city where you live, so you can't take the bus, the tram, or the subway because they are being renovated. So there will be these minor restrictions related to your capacity to move around. But see this as an opportunity for yourself. Instead of focusing on achieving so much outside and running around frantically, using up your energy, see this opportunity as a chance to spend more time indoors, to focus more on your feelings, to rest more, to allow other people to come to you and give things to you. Allow yourself to receive. You really need to get into the practice of receiving, being a little bit more quiet, more passive. Don't waste your energy as much as you used to in the past. This is not a year to run through. It is a year to basically kind of crawl through. I know it sounds a bit weird, but don't worry, because in this crawling, you will be helped. Almost like a baby that is learning first steps and they are being helped by a gentle parent. I definitely feel that there is the advent of the appearance of a very rich person in your life, a person that gives sound advice, that has a very good, rational job. This person could work in the area of publishing, academic research. They may work in terms of law, police work, detective work. They could be crunching numbers. They could work on the stock market, investment banking. This is an individual that uses their mind and they have to process a lot of data. They could even work in AI and some sort of technological robotics research capacity. This person is exceedingly rational and they are also well off, and they can take care of you in this year, in which I feel you're going to borrow more of the traits of the Queen of Cups. You're going to be more sensitive. You're going to want to rest more. You're not going to be so forthcoming and super confident like you used to be in the past. You're going to be a bit more focused on your inner world, on dreams, on healing. I feel like you stand a good chance of getting pregnant and giving birth to a child, or adopting a child, adopting a pet. So you're going to be very focused on the needs of another human being more than on achieving your professional ambitious goals. This is a year to focus on your moon sign placement, your Venus energy. Especially if you're a woman, you have to tap more into the health of a moon sign, your astrological moon sign placement, or your Venus sign. So relationships, feelings, rest time, spending more time at home are indicated for you if you want to have a really good year. I also see here that this year you could be getting more into herbal remedies and all sorts of things that you can replace traditional medicine with. You may be really into Bach flower essences, homeopathy, essential oils, and I definitely feel that you will be more active at nighttime than during the day. And whatever interactions that will irritate you, like the police alarm outside right now interrupting your reading, I apologize for that, you are going to find a way to transform any irritant, any situation of conflict, any frustration related to your lack of movement into a sort of winning situation. This is helping me right now by this. I am not defeated by this. This is actually an opportunity for me to focus on something else. You're going to be very flexible, and your flexibility and adaptability are going to be so endearing. I definitely feel that this is a year of partnerships, a year of rest, a year of sensitivity for you. Okay, and since I promised you 2 messages at the end of your reading, here are the cards that you got. So let's begin first with the message from Isis. You got the Lunar Queen. Okay, so I was talking about the year of the moon. This is a year of the moon energy for you. And the moon is receptive, the moon is allowing, the moon is not combative or aggressive. It is about attracting rather than chasing, yeah? She of the celestial crescent, working with manifesting around each full moon and with starting a new practice each new moon is gonna give wonders for you this year. And we also have here the message, wow, number 25, the Theta of Venus. So again, as I was saying, the moon energy and the Venus energy. So relationships and feelings, your unconscious, the world of dreams, rest and creativity, and how it is affecting your personal connections. This is an excellent year to pick up therapy, either to train to become a therapist or to be able to undergo sessions of therapy. You're going to make phenomenal you're going to make phenomenal leaps forward in your personal development. And yeah, you could even work with certain people on healing projects or spiritual endeavors. Okay, you could be part of a community. You can join the Society of Astrologers or the Society of Therapists in your local environment. Now let's take each of these messages one by one, and let's see. The Lunar Queen has the following message for you. There is a deep feminine wisdom that recognizes the importance of cycles of rest and replenishment as essential balancing to our actions of power and demonstration. You are asked to allow this replenishment for yourself now, trusting that you are in a cycle of creation that is about to shift into a new phase. Release and enjoy the process without having to control or to force it. Okay, so you're going to change this year from an incredibly active person to a person that understands that rest is healing, rest is medicine, and rest can give you what you need, the nourishment you need to achieve all the other goals that you may be having. And we often go through years in which you have to sit down more rather than stand up. I also see here with the Theta of Venus the following message for you. Attune yourself to higher consciousness by choosing to access the purest frequency of love within. Acknowledge lower frequencies such as judgment, fear, doubt, or shame when they arise within or around you, but do not give them a foothold in your heart. You are ready for higher understanding, to see things in a new and more positive light. Allow your inner knowing to guide you on a unique, beautiful, and highly spiritual life path. So Venus is the morning and evening star, the stellar goddess and guardian of transitional awareness, especially in terms of love and relationships. So you need to begin to prioritize these aspects in your life, because maybe you were all work and no fun, and you really missed out on important periods of your development. This year you're going to have to rely more on the help of men, to trust men, to allow them to support you. I also see that your relationship to a father figure and a mother figure will be healed, either by you having direct healing conversations with them, or by working with a therapist to heal the parental images that have been wounded within your own psyche, in order to prepare you to give and receive love in what I see here may most likely be a heterosexual relationship, but it doesn't necessarily have to be. The anima and animus are just psychological inner archetypes, and irrespective of your sexual attraction to whatever gender you prefer, we all have them inside of ourselves as balancing yin and yang energies. Okay, I'm running out of breath. This was a really powerful message that took out a lot of me. Thank you kindly for listening. I would appreciate a like in order to really support my work here. Please subscribe yourself to include yourself in my family. And I will see you guys in my next one. Have a blissful Lionsgate, Inanna, Ishtar's cat power portal. Take care. Bye bye.